start by understanding what negative interrogative sentences are. As the name suggests, these are questions that are made negative, often by adding the word not. But they're more than just simple questions, they can also express surprise, expectation, or even emphasize a point. For example, when someone asks, "Don't you have a dirham?" they're not just seeking information, they might be expecting you to say yes. Negative interrogatives can be used in both yes-no questions and those that begin with question words like who, what, where, or why. Throughout this video, we'll explore how to construct these sentences, when to use them, and how they can change the tone of your questions. Now let's look at how to form negative interrogative sentences. For yes-no questions, you typically start with an auxiliary verb followed by the subject and then not. For example, do you have a dirham becomes don't you have a dirham if you use a contraction. Not joins the auxiliary verb before the subject. This structure often implies that the speaker expects a yes answer. For questions with words like who, what, where, or why, you can add not after the subject or contract it with the verb. For instance, why haven't we left yet? Or who isn't coming? These forms can be used for literal questions or to add emphasis depending on the context. Negative interrogative sentences can serve different purposes. Sometimes they're used to ask literal questions that need a direct answer, like who isn't coming, or where have we not looked. Other times they're used for emphasis or as rhetorical questions. For example, if someone says, well, why wouldn't we go there for spring break? They're stressing that there's no reason not to go. These sentences can also respond to other questions, highlighting surprise or agreement. For instance, what isn't illegal here anymore expresses frustration or disbelief. The way you use negative interrogatives can subtly shift the meaning and tone of your conversation. Let's put this into practice by changing some affirmative sentences into their negative and interrogative forms. For example, Mary earns a six-figure salary becomes Mary does not earn a six-figure salary for the negative, and does Mary earn a six-figure salary for the interrogative. Notice how the auxiliary verb does is used and not is added for the negative form. This pattern continues with other examples. I made a cake yesterday turns into I did not make a cake yesterday, and did I make a cake yesterday? Practicing these transformations helps you master both the structure and the subtle meanings behind negative interrogative sentences.